Hey there, welcome to Tam Ielts, the first ever educational Ielts show right here in Vietnam, broadcast on no other than VTV7, the first and modern, or not the first, but actually the first modern educational channel right here in the country. And of course, I'll tell you a little bit about the show. Tam Ielts has 20 episodes in the first season, and we are not a teaching show, guys. We are a show where we will want to inspire you to want to learn English. And we do this with multiple games, with talks, with people and celebrities coming onto our show and basically performing the IELTS or talking about their own experiences. So it's going to be a great show, guys. So follow us definitely. I'm Phoebe Tran, the host of the show, and I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I love to drink water. You know, water is just something that we all love, thank you. And of course, I also love to exercise. But more on what I love later, because now it's time for the first episode on Hobbies. Check out our studio. Last piece for the Tam Ielts studio. Up and woo! Finally, we're done with the Tam Ielts studio. Hey guys, welcome to the new Tam Ielts studio. And I'm going to introduce you to a little bit of the show, okay? So this area, this beautiful, beautiful area, is basically where all the show happens and all the fun activities will happen. This, on the other hand, is the Tam Ielts stage where we get a chance to talk to some amazing people in the Tam Ielts or celebrities industry scene. And of course, this is also where the intimate, the fun conversations, as well as some of the unique activities will occur. So of course, tune in to us because you'll have a chance to learn something about the IELTS, but you'll also have a chance to listen to some really good stories. And of course, no stage and no show is complete without the guest. So this week, our first guest. Who better to have in our studio today than this girl, Khánh, right?
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so I had to ask you one thing because we have known from everybody, and you know our crew member has told us that you know 7 languages. That is crazy for a high school
Okay,
student.
so let me say this. Actually, in real life, I learned 3 languages: English, Korean, and Chinese. Okay, so the other 4 languages, like I just imitate their pronunciation, the way the native speakers speak, and I just wanted to bring fun to people.
Yeah. So you also seem like a very bubbly girl. You know, you smile a lot and your eyes just glitter. I love that about you.
Thank you.
But do you ever have any difficulties being known as the girl who can speak, 7 languages?
Well, actually, I don't have any obstacles or hurdles, difficulties. It's all fine. Like, I just got recognized more by the people on the street. And my life still remains unchanged. And I'm still a girl who goes to school daily and have friends. And yeah, actually, it's really great.
And you mentioned something that I think a lot of our audience will love to hear, and I'm sure you guys are dying to ask the question,
Okay.
is that when you learn a language, it's not just about the grammar,
Okay.
it's not just about the writing, but
Okay.
it's also about how you speak the language. And the more you can sound like a native speaker and speak fluently,
Okay.
the better. And do you agree? And how do you manage to become so fluent? Because talking to you now, you're extremely fluent.
So actually, when I was about 4 or 5 years old, I already had an early approach to foreign films, movies, music from America, England, English-speaking countries in general, Korea, China, other Asian countries. And since then, I've had a huge passion for foreign languages, and it turned me onto the fact that I could really pursue languages as a hobby. I remember one quote by Nelson Mandela is that, if you speak to a man in a language that he understands, that goes to his head, but if you speak to him in his language, that goes to his heart. And it just makes me feel love language more on a daily basis, and that's how I started.
You mentioned Nelson Mandela. Actually, I had a chance to meet Nelson Mandela.
Oh, really? That's really great.
When I was 8 years old.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I actually held a maple leaf for him to welcome him into
Oh
the
my
country.
gosh.
Yeah, and I remember one thing he wished us back in the day. He said that you can be whatever you want, but make sure that you're able to tell people what you think.
Wow,
and make
it's
sure
so
you-
inspiring.
Yeah, to tell people what you
I
want.
really love him.
Yes, absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about hobbies, since we're on the topic of hobbies today. What do you love to do in your free time?
my free time, well, I have a lot of favorite things to do. Like, actually, I had an opportunity to work on television, and that is how I love being an MC, hosting on the stage, and yeah, standing in front of the camera. And I also like, playing piano. I have been playing piano since I was about 6 years old, and writing songs, but not really good at that. Rapping, I know a little bit rapping.
Okay, girl, you gotta show me how you rap, because it's something I've not seen many people say, especially
Really?
girls that are as pretty and demure as you are. So you gotta show me how you rap.
Well, honestly, I'm not really good at rap, but I will try. I'll try my best.
So let's start rapping.
Okay. So there's a song called Can't Hold This by Mark Moore
Ooh.
featuring Ron Lewis.
I love
It's
love
the number
them.
one on Billboard USA.
Yes.
I'm so excited to show you guys, even though there may be some flaws, but hope you guys enjoy it.
All right, stand up.
Okay, stand up. Just stand up with me.
Okay.
Let's go. I'm not really sure if I can handle this, but okay.
You go, girl. I have faith in you.
Oh, filling with the music. Picture the map, get what is, what does, what is, what isn't. Looking for a better way to reach the star. You think that thing you really want to give it get up. Chip shop, hamster walk, you live it a humble, live it cautious, somewhere between like rock, your cost is good again. No, you can't copy up that. Moonwalking, this here is a party. My past has been on Broadway, and we did it real with grown music. I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record. So wet, and yet I've all let the stage light go and shine on down. Got the ball, burger suit, getting a plinko and my style. Money, stay my craft, to stick around for those pounds, but I do that to pass the torch and put on for my time. Trust me on my INDEPENDENT shit hustler, chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track blasting, halfway across the city with the backpack, fat cat crushing. Labels out here now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country.
Woohoo!
Oh, thank you so much.
You're good. You're
High
good.
five. Thank you. It's really a little bit embarrassing, but
With all the hobbies that you have, all the things that you love to do, do you like girly things? Is
yes, of course, I'm a girl.
What are some of your girly hobbies?
Girly hobbies, like I like I'm really into makeup stuff. Even though I'm really not good at this, but I just like searching on the internet and watching many YouTube from beauty vloggers or kind of things like that. And I really love cooking. I'm not really sure if cooking is a girly thing or a manly thing, but yeah, I love cooking.
Oh, wow. Really? You're such a colorful girl. You
Oh,
have so
thank you
many
so
things
much.
going on
Thank
for you.
you.
You do a lot of things and
Yeah.
everything, and I think nothing is complete
Yeah.
without a little challenge at the Damn Ielts show.
Okay.
Because I think you'll be able to deal with it completely well.
Oh, really?
Since you have so many things, you're so multi-talented.
Oh.
So are you up for the next Damn Ielts challenge with us?
Yeah, I'm so excited, but I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know if I can handle this well.
Don't worry, I'm there for you when you need me.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you so much, Phoebe.
Let's go. to the
Okay.
Damn Ielts challenge.
Next on Ielts, our guest candidate will participate in the interesting challenges to test her IELTS skill and also on the tips needed for an IELTS exam preparation. Will she make it or not? We will find out soon. IELTS Marathon, come next.
You're back, everyone, with me on the Damn Ielts, and this is the Damn Ielts challenge.
This is the IELTS Marathon. With the first challenge, you have to look for 3 items: the passports, the key, the confirmation letter. After that, you have to be ready for a perfect photo shoot. Then perfect fingerprints. Moving on, series of challenges will be ready for you at the monitor. And the last and surely the hardest one, you will have to hide away from the spotlight, collecting 6 characters, then form a word. The IELTS Marathon is ready right now.
And with me right here is Khánh. You've seen her before and she's going to participate. Are you excited for this challenge?
I'm super excited for this challenge, and I do hope that I would do it well.
You do hope that you do it well. And of course, what's one of the things that you think is the key to winning this marathon challenge?
I think that I just need to be confident and try my best.
All right, so are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Get set, go. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Khánh, open your eyes.
Okay.
And you now need to find 3 things
Whoa.
from that mess in our devil's mess.
Okay.
You know what you're looking for?
Passport.
Keys
Keys.
and registration envelope.
Okay.
Good luck.
Can I wear glasses?
Of course.
I'm short-sighted, so it's really hard for me to
Of
look
course.
at this without glasses. Okay, so passport. Oh my gosh, that's really...
You gotta be faster than that, honey.
Okay.
If you were at home, audience, where would you look first? Where?
This one. Confirmation letter.
Ding ding. First confirmation letter done.
Key and passport, right?
Key and passport.
Oh, key.
Key
Not a
done.
key.
One more
One
item.
more thing.
One more item.
Under table. Oh my gosh! It's on the table. His passport.
Woohoo! You found it!
so
Congratulations! All right, you're now on to your second challenge. It's the
Okay.
fingerprint and photo booth challenge. And of course, you gotta do it as fast as you can. Take the perfect picture for the IELTS. So off you go to your photo booth.
Okay. Okay. Oh. It's too hard.
Wow, that's fast. That's fast. Let's see if it's still okay.
Let's check it. Okay. Is it okay?
It's still not okay.
It's still not
I
okay.
still see too much of your thigh. Too
Oh.
much of your thigh. You don't want the examiners to be looking at your thighs.
No.
You want them to be looking at your face.
Oh.
One more
Chair.
time.
Just go down.
There you go.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yes.
Go to your next, the fingerprint challenge. Make sure you get all 10 fingers printed, not just 10 fingers from one hand, but from both hands. There you go. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
On to the next challenge. Wear it and have a seat because you're going on to the next few challenges, which is the key to the IELTS Marathon. All right, the first challenge is going to be the headphone challenge, where you will listen to a number of cues and you are going to have a couple of words to
Okay.
basically fill in the blank, okay?
Oh.
Are you ready to listen?
Pond. Visual player seating.
Okay, Group B, your turn. Does everyone have a copy of the plan? Oh, great. Okay. We'll all be meeting in the car park. That's on the bottom of the plan. See? Now, if you've been assigned to the vegetable beds, to get there, you go out of the car park and go up the footpath until you reach the circle of trees. There they are, in the middle of the plan. And you see that the footpath goes all the way around them. Well, on the left-hand side of that circular footpath, there's a short track which takes you directly to the vegetable beds. You can see a bamboo fence marked just above them. All right? Okay, if you're helping out with the beehives, pay attention. Look again at the circle of trees in the middle of the plan and the footpath that goes around them. On the right side of that circle, you can see that the footpath goes off in an easterly direction, heading towards the right-hand side of the plan. And then The path splits into two, and you can either go up or down.
We have a steep.
Is that correct, everyone? That is absolutely correct. Next, you have the answer sheet challenge, where you will have to basically find one mistake. Either you pick the first one or the second one.
The first one.
All right, so where is the mistake?
Number 2.
Number 2. Is that correct? It is not correct.
Really? Description, number 8.
And is that correct, everybody? You're absolutely correct. You're on to the next challenge. It is going to be the reading challenge. Now what you gotta do is you gotta read this section out loud, and then you have to answer the question. So
Okay.
please read it out loud.
We are constantly required to process a wide range of information to make decisions. And sometimes these decisions are trivial, such as what marmalade to buy. At other times, the stakes are higher, such as deciding which symptoms to report to the doctor. However, the fact that we are accustomed to processing large amounts of information does not mean that we are better at it. Chapters in Simons 29. Our sensory and cognitive systems have systematic ways of failing of which we are often, perhaps blissfully, unaware.
All right, so pick 1 or 2 or 3 and answer yes, no, or not applicable.
Number 1, not given.
Number 1, not given. What is number 1?
Doctors make decisions according to the symptoms that a patient describes.
Is that correct? That is absolutely correct. You're on to the next one. So this is basically the paraphrase challenge, where you pick a word from here and find its synonym.
Percentage,
What is a synonym for percentage?
proportion,
Proportion. Would you agree with that? Okay, you would agree with
2 more.
proportion. Find 2 more words.
people,
People.
human,
Human.
the chart,
Chart.
table.
Table. Absolutely correct. You are on to the next challenge, and it's the pronunciation challenge. Are you ready to read this verse?
I'm ready.
All right, go for it.
Pronunciation challenge. Dearest creature in creation, study English pronunciation. I will teach you in my verse. Sounds like corpse, cops, horse, and worse.
Voice recognition, what do you think? Voice recognition has finally agreed to let you on. Perfect. All right, now that we're done with Khánh on her pronunciation challenge, she's going to tune in next to our Sneak of Shame challenge. So stay tuned for her Sneak of Shame.
But the game is not over yet. The final challenge will really be a challenge for get ready for Sneak of Shame. Now,
V, are you ready for
Okay.
the Sneak of Shame?
Okay, I'm ready for the sneak of shame.
All right, start now.
Oh,
Make sure you don't get into the light. Oh, this girl's lucky. The light is treating her very well today. All right, but yes, now you have your 6 letters. So what is the word?
what is Ted?
So
Oh,
you-
there.
there's a T,
R,
there is an R,
EA
there is an E, there is an A.
is a DAV. No,
No. Try arranging, try something that starts with, normally when there's a V, V's don't appear very often. What do V normally go with? You have a vert. What is the vert? And you have an A and you have a D.
Vertat noun?
Marketing, commercials,
Oh my gosh.
CF, billboards, flyers.
Advert. Oh
So
my gosh.
advert. Advert is the answer to the Sneak of Shame this time. All right, now our light is up. And of course, now that you've got advert, what is the one thing that you think is the most strongest points if you have to advertise about yourself?
Advertise. Maybe I'm confident. And I'm quite sociable.
You're confident and quite sociable. I think
Okay.
those are great qualities to have. And I'm glad that you already have them, because as a woman, you know, we always should be able to develop our confidence and be who we are and be strong
Yeah,
as who we
thank
are.
you so much. It's such an inspiration.
You've probably listened to our show and you've seen our show and you know idioms of the week, correct?
Idioms of the week?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you want to introduce the idioms of the week section with me
I'd love
to
to.
our audience? All right.
Okay.
Camera's yours. Take it away.
Okay, so there's gonna be an idioms of the week section, so please don't go away, stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
That was awesome. So idioms of the week section coming up next. Don't go away. You're back with me on the Damn Ielts show, and who better to have in our studio to basically tell you about some expert IELTS tips. We have the expert IELTS person right here with us today, and his name is Oliver Holmes.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank
Hi.
you for coming. I heard that you've been in the IELTS industry for over 10 years, for almost 10 years. Is that true?
Yes, although I wouldn't like to call it an industry. It sounds like we're making robots. Yeah, I've been teaching for about 10 years all around the world, but I've settled in Vietnam because it's such a beautiful country.
That's amazing. Today's topic for the Damn Ielts show is actually on hobbies. And to talk about hobbies, I'd like to introduce a celebrity whose hobby is to travel. She's one of the supermodels and a very an uprising host right here in Vietnam. And she's going to basically go through the IELTS speaking test. And you want to see how she performs?
Great, yeah,
Let's
do
have a
it.
look at how she performs.
Hello. Thank you.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. Good afternoon.
May I see your ID?
Yes, here. It's a bit ugly, so.
Okay, that's fine. So we're going to start speaking part one by talking about travel today. So do you travel a lot? What countries have you been to, and which one was your favorite?
Okay. Yes, I do travel quite often according to my job, and I've been to a few countries such as Singapore, Malaysia, Cambodia, Thailand, Japan, France, Switzerland, Spain. And my most favorite one is Japan. Obviously, it must be Japan. Well, I can spend the whole day talking about Japan, but I know that I'm not going to have the whole day here. So Japan, you cannot just discover Japan in just a few days that I did, but everything in Japan is great. The food is amazing, the people are so sweet, the culture is great. So yeah, Japan.
And which countries would you like to visit in the future?
I think would be America. Before, I never thought that I would like to travel to America because I used to think that America has no culture at all. But yeah, I have a few friends that stay in America, and they actually tell me that America has a little bit of everything. So I can see Europe, I can see Asia, I can see Africa there. And it's just so big that I can discover every single thing by traveling from county to county, from city to city. So yeah, definitely America.
And do you think that your hometown is a good place for a holiday? And what would you recommend for tourists to do there?
I'm sure that you will agree with me that every destination has a hidden charm that if we look for it, we will find it. So my hometown is Hanoi, the central city of Vietnam. So I believe that it is a must-see city that each tourist should come. Every year, actually, we greet a lot of tourists coming to Hanoi to visit, and there's just so many things to do in Hanoi. You can just spend a lazy afternoon, for example, in this weather, doing nothing but looking at the lake, enjoying a cup of coffee, come to the old street, get some street sold in the street, some food sold in the street, or just, go see the museums, go see all the exhibitions.
Okay, so we're going to move on to speaking part two now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay, so here is some paper and a pencil,
Okay.
and here is your topic.
Okay.
So you have 1 minute to prepare.
Okay.
Okay, so So your minute is up. You have 2 minutes to speak. I will tell you when your time is up. Please begin.
Wow, okay. So one of the longest trip that I had was in Italy. Actually, I went to Sicily for work, and nothing would happen if I just stayed there for a week just to work and come back to Vietnam after finishing working. But the point is, when I took the flight back to Vietnam, I had to stop in Rome. So from Rome, I have to fly to Doha, from Doha to Vietnam, etc. But the point is, my manager booked a flight that acquired me only 2 hours of layover in Rome. How can I do that, you know? 2 hours in Rome, and I had to take off my luggage, recheck in my luggage for the international flight, and then obviously I missed the flight. So I had to stay in Rome for a week without knowing anybody. I was totally alone. But fortunately, I ran into a Thai guy who was at my age at that time, and he helped me a lot, showing me around, finding me a hostel to stay, and even asked his mom to give me a tour. And finally, I had an amazing time in Rome, seeing all the historical areas, and I had an amazing friend. It was actually a very great experience out of a bad luck of missing my flight.
Okay, so we've been talking in part 1 and part 2 about travel and journeys, and in part 3 of the test, we're going to carry on talking about travel. What are the advantages and disadvantages of taking a year off to travel?
Well, a lot of people right now, especially young students, are taking a year off from their school, or even some people who are already working and they still take a year off from their career to go traveling. To me, we can see a lot of advantages, like, you have the whole year, right? So that you can plan, so that you can go anywhere that you want to, and you have so much time that you can slowly spend it in the country that you are in, for example, and you can learn a lot, you can see a lot. Some people can even find new chances in work or new ideas in studying. But what I see as the disadvantages is you actually are losing a year out of your studying or your career. So you are actually facing the risk of being replaced by somebody else. So, and also, taking a year of doing nothing but just enjoying and seeing and talking and eating, and having fun, also means that you might forget everything that you tried to get in the previous years, and also especially in your professionalism. Who knows, So if you were me, I would not take a year off just for traveling. I would make a gap. For example, if I need to come to Japan to work, I would extend my stay for a few more days or even 1-2 weeks just to explore the country and then come back to my normal life.
Thank you very much. That's the end of the speaking test.
That was quite, a lot of answers that she provided. So one of the things that I want to hear from you is, one of the things that I witnessed from Phương Mai, who's a supermodel, is she was very animated. She made jokes, she expressed her opinions very clearly, and some of them are quite strong opinions. Some of them are maybe not so politically correct. So what is your view on that? Should contestants be doing the same thing?
Absolutely. I love her enthusiasm when she speaks. I love the stress and the emphasis that she uses throughout her talk.
So what were some of the vocabulary that she used that you thought was very good?
Well, generally throughout, I thought that she managed to use vocabulary which would address all of the things she was talking about. She makes very, very rare mistakes with her vocabulary, and she uses an excellent range, and I would encourage people to follow her model. Yeah.
What were some of the things that she mentioned that you thought was very, very good, that you enjoyed, if you were, on the examiner's side of the table?
To be honest, all of it. What I really liked about the way that she spoke was that she just seemed enthusiastic about everything. I think one of the most important things that people can do is to avoid sounding like a robot. So, and she certainly doesn't sound robotic at any point.
Right, let's see what she felt about her test. So Phương Mai?
Well, in fluency and accuracy, confidence, I think I have. So I think my performance is not bad, was not bad, so.
All right, girl, if you were to do one thing differently, what would you do differently?
I think I would speak slower because my problem is I speak too quickly, and I'm afraid that the examiner and also the voice recorder, they have a voice recorder, couldn't record everything that I say. So what if I miss a word, or I use the wrong word, or whatever. So yeah, if I can change one thing, I would tell myself that get ready well and be slow.
And how many points do you think you got on that performance?
I give myself the highest score because of my confidence.
The highest score. So do you think it's possible for her to achieve the highest score?
I think with a little bit of work, yes. She's already going to be getting a very high score. And I would recommend that people do copy her enthusiasm, her word stress, her emphasis, her variety of relative clauses, conditionals, and just the general enthusiasm she brings to her test is great. So I wouldn't say quite the highest. I can hear a few little mistakes in terms of fluency and coherency.
So give us about 5 words, 4 to 5 words that a student should remember for this section.
Okay. Well, in terms of adverbs of frequency, one of the more idiomatic expressions, unusual pieces of vocabulary, is once in a blue moon. Although it's a little bit of a cliche, I think all idioms are cliches. So yeah, I'd recommend that people use it. Also, we could use an expression like talking about when you're a child, talking about your hobbies when you're a child. You could say, when I was knee-high to a grasshopper.
What do you think about people saying a lot of likes? I know for people who've gone to America, or for people who have had some type of American education, they like to add likes into a lot of their sentences. So for example, I I mean, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so what do you think? What's your view on these types of expressions?
Okay, to me it sounds very, very informal. There wouldn't be any penalty for using that kind of informal language in the exam, but my parents would hate it. I would try to avoid using this like, because it might just be irritating in conversation in later life. And another thing I would recommend people avoid is using inflections upwards to make a question out of a statement.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for all of your advice. All right, Oliver, I'm a massive, massive fan of all of your advice, and I'm sure our audience is also massive fans. And of course, coming to that, we will go to the next section, because you've heard Oliver speak, you've heard all of his tips, but we are going to consolidate a lot of the tips for you in the next section, and it's called the Tips, 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 and Tips section. You're gonna love it, so stay tuned, glued to your screen. So when it comes to topic sentences for the writing section, it's very important, I assume.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is considered a good topic sentence?
Well, first of all, regarding the importance of a topic sentence, every paragraph in an essay should have a very, very clear idea, central idea. So a topic sentence should really encapsulate or give the reader the main idea of what they're going to encounter in the rest of the paragraph.
All right, so you've heard the advice from Oliver, and we're coming to the next section where we will actually introduce to you this guy called Việt Anh. We've scoured the internet, our Facebook pages, and we asked you to send to us your speaking videos. And he sent it to us, and we think he speaks it very well, and he demonstrates the IELTS speaking test very well. Let's take a look at Việt Anh's work right now. Stay tuned.
What to do in my free time? I get that question a lot. Sometimes I glue myself to the TV. Sometimes I dance. But when it comes to something I always yearn to do, painting I would say. And by painting, I mean putting color on the world. Yeah, putting color on the world. When I was a kid, my mom and dad worked very late, so most of the time I play on my own. I started picking up on painting. Sometimes my sister joined me, but being alone suited me better. At first, I tried painting the old corner in the garden where no one can see me and yell at me. But I got caught by my parents. I think I would be grounded, but they loved my idea and let me continue. I'm not a time of spontaneous person. I don't follow plans. Anything funny pop up in my mind can be put on the wall. Every time I paint, I feel amazing. Each time I can relax after a hard-working day. Well, I'm not an artist, and I think I never will be. But I still enjoy painting, and I think I will never stop.
What a character. What a character. It feels to me a little bit as if he was speaking, he was reading a poem. What a character. I understand why we picked that performance.
He seems very lovely.
He seems very lovely. What did you think about that performance in terms of vocabulary and delivery?
I love his enthusiasm, but I think maybe he could be a bit more enthusiastic when he's talking about it. In terms of fluency and coherency, I think he continues speaking. You know, I'm very pleased to hear him continue speaking about the topic. Sometimes the development is not entirely clear, or it's not exactly what a native speaker might say, like, I love painting, so I can paint my wall. It doesn't sound quite right. Perhaps I've got a massive passion for painting, and it's been brilliant because I've been able to use that to redecorate my house. In terms of the vocabulary, he's definitely using enough vocabulary to, you know, answer the topic, but I can't hear many idioms there, and I'd really like to hear some idioms, perhaps like some of the adverbs of frequency, like once in a blue moon. Exactly. Like I get a chance to redecorate my house once in a blue moon, so I've loved this opportunity. In terms of the grammar, I noticed some of the sentences were a little bit short. He did use one relative clause, I think, but I'd perhaps like to hear a wider range of relative clauses, like the person who taught me to paint, the place where I like to paint, the time when I started painting, and maybe also some conditionals, like if I get an opportunity, I'd love to help paint my friend's house.
To basically increase the complexity of his sentences.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's something that I think all of your viewers should think about.
All right, thank you so much, Oliver, for joining us today.
Thank you.
It's so much fun hanging out with you. And I think before we end the show, let us summarize basically the main points. So why don't I say one point that I got from you, and then you can say in one point, and then we can just summarize everything up into 4 main points. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Guys, so Phoebe's first point that Phoebe got from Oliver is number 1. Remember to write your topic sentences for every paragraph that you do write in a writing example. What's the second one?
I would say, in terms of the topic sentence, it's also a good idea to have a very clear idea at the beginning of your essay in the introduction. So make sure that you have a clear idea throughout your essay.
Next one, once in a blue moon. Remember that phrase and use it often.
But not just once in a blue moon. Also use a variety of different idioms, idiomatic language, unusual language, and also remember to really stress those words when you're using adverbs of frequency, for example, like I always do this, I sometimes do that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, thanks so much for coming here this time to play. It's been wonderful, and thank you for all the advice.
Thank you so much.
High five. Thank you. All right, guys, remember Tám Ielts is an interactive show. We have many, many mediums where you can talk to us. Visit our Facebook page. All the videos will be uploaded there. Our Facebook page is also a medium where you can voice your concerns, your burning questions to have them answered directly on the show. And of course, don't ever forget to take videos because those are the videos that can potentially appear on our Voice of the Week section. Remember, use your iPad, use your iPhone, use the video camera, post those videos, let us know, and you might be one of those people. That's it for now. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Congratulations! You've made it through the first episode of Tám Ielts. Did you enjoy your time? Because I totally did, and you know why? It's because I was able to talk to so many interesting people on the show and at the same time get some very useful IELTS tips that I would definitely use for myself. So if you're one of those people that is studying for the IELTS, you want something fun towards that run for the perfect score, definitely tune in with us because you'll have not only tips, you'll have not only knowledge, but also interesting stories that will keep you on your feet. So definitely tune in every Saturday with Tám Ielts with me. And of course, for now, goodbye. Ciao, ciao, ciao. I'll see you next time. Hey guys, I know there's a very, very good MC today, Khánh. She's so good, and I hope you guys support her as much as you can. But definitely don't forget to support me and Tám Ielts because I love you very much. All right, so tune in with me every week. Love you.
Nói gì mà nói nhiều tiếng Anh thế? Chẳng hiểu là cái chương trình gì. Toàn tiếng Anh, tiếng Việt thì không nói. Mà kể ra giỏi tiếng Anh một tí thì cũng tốt. Người ta nói gì mình còn biết mà nói lại.
Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? Stop, 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 stop.
Ông là
I'm
ai?
here to help you.
Ông là ai rồi?
I am
Ông nói được tiếng Việt không?
IELTS God.
God là gì?
Là Thánh IELTS.
Nói được tiếng Việt sao ông không nói từ đầu?
Đương nhiên rồi. Phải thể hiện một tí chứ. Muốn học tiếng Anh giỏi đúng không?
Vâng ạ.
Cầm lấy quyển sách này mà học đi.
Quyển này là quyển gì hả Thánh?
Mỗi ngày học một bài. Cuối cùng sẽ được nói giỏi như ta, nghe chưa?
Thật là Thánh?
Chắc
Có được
chắn
8
rồi.
điểm hay không hả Thánh?
Chắc chắn là 8 điểm rồi.
Thế à? Ôi thế con cảm ơn Thánh nhá, con về con sẽ học hành chăm chỉ. Con chào Thánh.